Are there ways to save money on your wedding? The first step towards stretching your wedding budget is deciding which aspects of the event matter to you most. Then you can apply your dollars appropriately. If you are wild about flowers, but less concerned with food, cut back on catering, and put more money towards your floral arrangements. You can also save by schedule your wedding off-season. Nearly 70% of all weddings take place during May through October. If there are lots of brides competing with you for locations, limousines, and florists, the price goes up. You will probably find yourself able to get better deals on virtually every wedding service if you schedule your wedding in one of the off-season months. Try to also avoid late November through New Year's, when hotels, caterers, and bands are likely to be busy with holiday parties. Your best bet? Set the date for sometime in January, February, other than around Valentine's Day when the flower prices peak, or March. Set the time for early in the day. If you're the average couple, your biggest wedding cost will be the food and beverages at the reception. A beautiful morning brunch will set you back less than dinner fare. And unless you have really outrageous friends, there will be far less alcohol poured before lunchtime. Better to have a wonderful morning reception than be forced to pinch pennies for an evening event. Find a low-cost location. If you're flexible about the where, you can save a lot on your location. Don't knock your childhood church or synagogue. If you or your parents are members, the location fee will probably be waived. A city-owned location, such as a public garden or historic building, may be available for a surprisingly low fee. And you might consider marrying at home, yours or a rich friend's, if your guest list isn't too large. But be careful. A home wedding won't cut costs if you have to bring in additional restroom facilities, seating, lighting, etc. Select a non-bridal bridal gown. Bridal gowns aren't the only white dresses in the world. You may find the perfect white gown in the women's evening wear section of a department store, maybe even on the sale rack. During the last several seasons, understated gowns have been in style, and the line between bridal wear and formal wear has blurred. You might even find that the perfect gown for you is a more affordable bridesmaid style, done in white or ivory. Personalize your bridal accessories. Basic accessories can be instantly transformed into breathtaking pieces that are distinctly yours. Use a glue gun to attach rows of glistening pearls to your flower girl basket and trim the sides with flowing ribbons or bows for a romantic look. Stitching beaded appliques or silk flowers to a ring bearer's pillow adds extra glamour, and the same sprinkling of pearls that adorn many bridal veils can be added by you for practically nothing. Select flowers that are in season and locally available. If you do, you'll probably find you can save considerably on cost, especially if you make it clear with your florist that cutting cost is a high priority. Availability and price vary from city to city and region to region, but you'll probably find that gerbera daisies, traditional daisies, carnations, chrysanthemums, statice, Queen Anne's lace, freesia, baby's breath, and gladiolus are your best-priced flowers. Irises are an economical choice for spring, which is also the best season for violets, daffodils, and tulips. Various kinds of lilies are most plentiful and best priced in the summer months. Sunflowers and orange blossoms are most abundant in the fall. Avoid roses and orchids. They're widely available but pricey. And stay away from white blossoms. They bruise easily, so florists must go through larger quantities to find good ones, and to match the shade, thus the cost is higher. Get creative with the cake. Spending a fortune is not a requirement of having a lovely wedding cake. Today's minimalist style means less is more when it comes to cakes. 3 simple stacked tiers iced in smooth rolled fondant can cost under $100, then be dressed up by you, and backed up by inexpensive sheet cakes kept out of sight if you need more servings. Wrap ribbon around the bottom of each tier and hold in place with double stick tape. Fondant doesn't smudge, so you don't have to worry about making a mess. Silk blooms, or fresh, untreated flowers, can be placed along the layers for a striking shot of color, and gathered in a light vase or delicate basket for a bright cake topper. If a traditional bride and groom topper is more your style, a surprising selection can be found, along with other favorites such as bells, doves, and hearts at craft and specialty stores. Don't forget to dress up your cake table too. A plain tablecloth is instantly transformed when swathed in tulle, dotted with rose petals, or decorated with small baskets of flowers. Adding ribbon or silk flowers to your cake knife and server, as well as your toasting goblets, makes a charming final touch. Theme the event to hide what's not included. Picking a theme for your reception celebration can be a great way to cut costs. You don't have to be of Mexican descent to turn your reception into a fiesta, and a spectacular banquet of traditional Mexican food will probably cost less than prime rib and asparagus. Continue your theme and budget management by limiting the bar to imported Mexican beers and margaritas. Your guests won't miss the martinis while dining on machaca. Another possibility, serve a family-style Southern Italian banquet and limit the bar choices to red and white wines with dinner, limoncello, and espresso with dessert. Or follow your barefoot, beach wedding with bonfire grilled chicken and corn, vegetable kebabs, buckets of beer on ice, and a fruity sangria. Harness the talents of family and friends. Don't be afraid to let those close to you know that you're looking for ways to keep your wedding budget under control. They may offer their own skills to help you save money, or they may know how to help you find a great deal. Your uncle with the classic car may be willing to play chauffeur for the day, and your computer graphics whiz cousin might be able to create spectacular wedding programs on her computer. Cut your guest list. It may be painful, but the simple truth is that there is no quicker, easier way to control your budget than by limiting the size of the event. Again, your single biggest cost will be reception food and alcohol, so you can reduce that expenditure by paring down the number of mouths. Remember, single guests who aren't in a serious relationship can be invited solo. You may invite parents only, and you need not invite anyone with whom you haven't spent time in the last 5 years, even if they invited you to their wedding. Finally, wedding planning experts say that the single most important thing you can do to control costs is to get organized. Timely planning saves late fees and expensive compromises.